Welcome to battle number 4 of week number 3 of the FNF Seafoam Isles Draft League. I'm your host Lionhugs, and I'll be commentating this match between Sick of the Arizona Dianciebacks and Lithium of Siren Spell. Before we begin, let's go ahead and review our Mega and Z Pokemon. So on Sick's corner, we don't have any Mega Pokemon, so Mega Diancie is not going to be appearing. However, we do have both Z Any Zygarde 50% and Z Attack Celesteela. On Lithium's side, we have Mega Scizor making an appearance. Mega Scizor. We have also Z Any Meloetta and Z Attack Gothitelle. Now, before we begin, I would like to go over some brief initial thoughts. So, looking at Sick's side, we do actually have quite a bit of tanky Pokemon, especially good defensive Pokemon like Dianciebacks and Celesteela, making a nice core together. You can see that working pretty well with Rotom. It looks like Rotom Wash, probably functioning as a good pivot to set these both up as pretty strong walls. Not to mention Celesteela is just known for harassing teams with her Leech Seed and just really strong defenses. And over on Siren Spell's side, I feel like probably Houndoom is probably the best counter to Celesteela, just given that fire typing, but she shouldn't get too comfortable just because, again, Dianciebacks can go ahead and take in whatever fire attacks that would threaten Celesteela. On top of that, though, we do also have a Trick Room setter with Gothitelle, so we could be seeing some flipped gameplay with that, especially given the slow speed of Pokemon like Steelix and potentially Scizor. But we'll see what happens, quite obviously. And then, just going back over to 16, we do also have the appearance of Smeargle, who usually doesn't get too much gameplay in competitive, so really curious to see how Sick will use him, or her in this case. Anyway, these fine gentle beings have been waiting quite a while to go ahead and get this match started, so let's begin. If Siren doesn't want to reveal the Trick Room setup from the beginning, I feel like her best bet is to go ahead and start maybe with Steelix instead of maybe Spikes or Stealth Rock, and then maybe switch out. And possibly with Sickvid, might just scout out with Rotom just to see who's better first, and then full switch out to somebody who can probably better able fight whoever Siren's lead is supposed to be. Looks like our players are getting ready. I'm really happy that this week's theme is actually Gen 3. Lots of good tracks. One of my favorite gens in terms of music. Though I know a lot of people seem to be attached to Gen 4 and Gen 5 music. And oh, the battle has begun. We're starting off with Smeargle and Echo the Meloetta. So I was wrong on both accounts. I'm very curious to see how Smeargle will start up here. Echo has started with Relic Song and has transformed, and has been immediately put to sleep by Spore from Smeargle. Really interesting moveset. And there goes the first Stealth Rock setup of the match. Looks like Siren's trying to bank on Echo waking up. However, Smeargle does work out a U-turn. Very nice setup. Looks like they want to have two pivots then on Sick's side. If Sick wants to go ahead and set up those hazards, Leech Seed or Toxic Spikes might be good. And we do see Celesteela make her first appearance. Echo, however, has woken up and got to use that knockoff to keep out those leftovers. Leech Seed has gone up, but without leftovers. All Siren has to do is switch out. Instead, Echo goes for the close combat, bringing Celesteela down to, well, now 45% thanks to Leech Seed. Sick looks like he was expecting a switch out, so Leech Seed did fail. Now we have another Protect. Looks like Celesteela is trying to recover a lot from Leech Seed, and it did protect itself from that last knockoff. Another close combat goes through, and countered by a heavy slam. Celesteela has just had a boost from Beast Boost to its special defense. Meloetta has gone down and has been replaced by Ares, the Mega Scizor. And Ares uses U-turn, takes out Celesteela. Now Siren gets to send out a Pokemon, but Sickvid will be able to counter whoever that is. Right now the score is evenly matched, but depending on who Siren picks, that might dictate the pace of the battle. Houndoom comes out onto Stealth Rock now that Celesteela is gone. It can do a fair bit of damage to most Pokemon, but Sick still has Toxapex and Zygarde who can resist Cerberus. God, I love that name for Houndoom. Once again, I am very impressed by the nicknames everyone has chosen. Of those who have chosen to use nicknames, of course. And out comes Rotom Heat. Crunch does about 32% damage and does the Volt Switch, but it won't. Sorry, and lowers the defense, but it won't matter because of the Volt Switch. Cerberus is now down to 30% health. Not exactly a strong, a defensive Pokemon here. Could we see a Toxapex? No, instead we do see a Zygarde with Aura Break. Definitely not much Cerberus can do here, but if Cerberus, and indeed Cerberus goes down to extreme speed, what I was going to say is that if Cerberus switches out, it basically can't really come back in without taking a huge hit due to Stealth Rock. And out comes Celine, the Gothitelle. And it uses Frisk to determine that Zygarde had a Yache Berry, or still has a Yache Berry. And wow, already we see a switch out to Rotom Heat, which took Celine's Shattered Psyche and went down. Out comes Smeargle, also at 13% health. However, it does get the Spore off, and Celine is now fast asleep. If Smeargle has any other hazards, this would be a good time to set it out, or potentially screens. Instead, Siren goes to switch out to Ares, the Mega Scizor. Smeargle does use a U-turn, which would be nice to probably set back out as Zygarde. No, instead we do see Porygon 2 with download, its special attack is risen. And Superpower goes through, however, only does about 68% damage. And Porygon 2 counters with Hidden Power, I'm assuming that was Hidden Power Fire, and knocks out Mega Scizor. Out comes Zeus, the Toxtricity, And the score is now 4-3 in Sickbit's favor. And a Boom Burst critical hit goes through, activating Zeus's Beast Boost by taking out Porygon 2. The score is now even, 3-3. Siren's doing particularly well given the fact that Stealth Rock is set up on her side. And out comes 1,000 Arrows, one-shotting Zeus before they could take advantage of the Beast Boost. The score is now back to 3-2 in Sick's favor. Out comes Heracles the Steelix. Might not be the best matchup given 1,000 Arrows. I wonder what her plan is. Type advantage does not favor Heracles at all. Looks like both players are trying to weigh their options. And out comes another 1,000 Arrows. This time only doing about 44% damage. Heracles counters with an Iron Head, doing about 37% damage. Looks like Zygarde will win this, and oh! There goes a Dragon Dance. Another Iron Head goes through. 1,000 Arrows might kill this time, and indeed it does. Score is now 3-1, and Celine is still asleep. This does not look good for Siren at the moment, unless Celine wakes up, and unfortunately, does not. Zygarde counters with an Outrage and ends the match. Wow, that was intense. That was quite a surprise with Smeargle using Spore effectively and using Stealth Rock as well. I feel like that chip damage over time really helped put people in kill range, deter switch outs, and obviously Zygarde really pulled through at the end. But yeah, if Zygarde didn't go down, that honestly Siren might have won the match. Just given that Smeargle was in such low health and it had a type advantage over Toxapex. That was far closer than I feel like it was trying to commentate in the moment. Still though, shows that there's quite a lot of interesting strategies and tactics everyone's using, and how people are improving week to week. And yeah, I'm really happy to finally get to see these matches. But then, honestly, that does conclude my thoughts for the battle. Once again, this is a victory for Sick, a 3-0 victory. And that ends battle number 4 of week 3 of the FNF Seafoam Isles Draft League. Please stay tuned for more battles.